Well, this is Mark. Welcome. Happy holidays, everybody. Tonight, I'm having a very special guest on my show. Please welcome James. James, you want to say hello? James, you want to say hello?
Hi, everybody. Happy holidays. I'm so grateful to be here. Mark, I invited me to sit with them and have some tea time, which is awesome. It's great tea we've got going on here. So thank you, Mark, and welcome everybody. Happy holidays.
Yes, tonight we're enjoying a cup of moringa tea. Actually, I have moringa tea on going. And it's very good for you. It's very good, well-being tea. James talked about spirituality, and one of the things that we're talking about is James' spiritual journey. Now, James' journey is all about opening himself up, and he's going to tell us all about the different things that he's been involved with. So, James, do you want to talk about how you began?
Sure. So, how did I begin? I think for me, my spiritual journey began. So I've had human experiences, and some of them are not as pleasant as I may have wanted them to be. And so I believe my struggles that I created based on my experience led me journeys into more spiritual awakenings. And so I think that's where it starts. For my experience, where it started is the awakening to heal myself from things that I perceive to be wrong. And that's where it starts. That's where it started for me.
And what was your intro to spirituality? And what did you get into when you started spirituality?
So everything for me ended up being, there's always an aspect of spirituality and everything. So I did lots of therapy, I did breath work, I did self-help books, I've done self-development workshops, yoga, it just led, everything was one thing after another, and it was all stepping stones. So everything was and is a process to get wherever I'm going. And it's really stepping into, it's really becoming more about consciousness. That's where it's led me to right now. So, but everything I've done is a process to where I'm at.
And can you elaborate on what that process actually is that you go through, or that you've been through?
The process is just becoming more and more aware of self, and not just self of the intellectual self, but a deeper level of self, a deeper awakening of who or what I am. And it's the more and more awareness of self, whatever that entails for somebody else, that doesn't necessarily the same book. But for me, it's just getting really in touch with who I am at a deep level.
Now, when you're talking about a deep level, what measures connecting you to yourself?
So what I've been journey has led to using the medicine sweat lodges to tap into the conscious, the subconscious, the unconscious, if you will, although I don't believe there's an unconscious. It's more, well, maybe it is an unconscious. See, when I gotta think about what I'm saying, that means I'm tapping into something I'm questioning. I have to be able to question what I'm saying. Is it resonating with me? Does it work? So I can just blah blah and then not think about it. But when I start and have to think, then I'm reaching another level of myself. So like, okay, well, is that true? And so it had this conversation, I just forgot what you said. So that's that again.
Oh, you the fact about having different plant medicines, what values, and can you elaborate on the different plant medicines that you had and the experience that you had? A lot of people out there who are spirituality, or do the meditation, do the prayer type of thing, or things. But you've gone more interested in your journey, right?
Yeah. So I mean, all of that was interesting. So I find it all, dabbed into a lot of that myself. But where I've been lately is using ayahuasca, which is spirit medicine, San Pedro, which opens the heart in a way that without the use of medicine, I don't know if I could have ever felt like connections with people and earth and everything around me without the use of that San Pedro medicine. It opens your heart to a way that is, as far as I know, and in my experience, I have not been able to feel the way I feel with the use of medicine. The ayahuasca itself is a whole different medicine. It taps into spirit world. It taps into what I believe to be either your subconscious or unconscious, which is kind of question what I was just talking about earlier. It taps into a higher level of being that for me, in my experience, I've never been able to reach it. Have people done it before? Possibly with sound healing, possibly. It's my experience, though, that it has helped me really get a grasp on what my journey is about. And it's about consciousness. So I now don't speak so much of energy or spirit world. As we say, we're spirit beings having a human experience. What I've come to believe now, and it's my belief, it's what I've decided to choose to follow and journey through, is there is this one consciousness. It's one consciousness, as always has been, always will be, and there is only one consciousness. I'm a part of that consciousness. So therefore, the tree is part of the consciousness. The blade of grass is part of the consciousness, and it's there, and it's aware of itself. Just as I am aware of myself being this human being named James. And even though I'm aware of myself in this state, I am also the blade of grass. I'm just not aware of it. So my journey now is to tap into the ability, if it's possible, and I theorize that it is, that I can be myself consciously and tap into the consciousness of the blade of grass and understand it from that level and have the experience of being the blade of grass. If that makes any sense to anybody.
Wow, so you're talking about consciousness on a whole other level of existence and connectedness. So that's pretty amazing. You went back and mentioned doing your ayahuasca. And what was your issue? How did you get introduced to ayahuasca?
It was just part of my path. It just started to show up. So I can remember even not knowing anything about any of the plant medicine, even talking to somebody that wasn't involved in that, just mentioning to this person that I wanted to do a structural journey. And he had told me you had to leave the country. Well, that didn't have to happen. So just by me mentioning it and creating, putting it in existence in my words, the universe, as you know, is here. So as I put it out there, the mirror brings it back to me. And it began to show up. So it was just me having a conversation about it, me having thoughts about it. And you know, I guess when we're ready for something, we're ready. And it shows up. So if you're having conversations about something, whether it be that or anything else, be clear that's what you want to experience, because when you get down and your feet down on the ground, working towards it, you put the intention out there, the universe is going to bring it to you. So be clear what you want.
So you're saying is that it's your thoughts and your actions and your words actually brought to you, and if you keep on repeating the same things, you get those things that you bring out there. Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Our thoughts are real. Our thoughts are part of the consciousness. And we awaken that part of us just with our thoughts. And so, yeah, I believe that's how things work. A lot of things work how the universe works. You put it out there, and the universe back to it. So whatever I put out, it's bringing back to me. It's a mirror. Everything is a mirror.
So the universe is a mirror of your consciousness.
Well, it gets deeper because the universe, as we talk about what is the universe? Well, it's part of the consciousness. It's aware of itself. Yet I am the universe. Yet I'm just conscious of just me. So I've experienced, with the use of the medicines, I've experienced myself as the universe. And I don't want people might call me crazy, and that's okay, because sometimes I think I am. And but I know what I've experienced, and I was not out of my head. I'm totally aware of my being and aware of myself. And at the same time, I'm aware of myself being something else, of everything.
So it all comes from awareness, right? It's being aware and noticing.
Everything is awareness, I believe. So as I'm sharing with you, this is my belief. This is where I've come to choose to believe. So is it true? I can't prove any of this, right? I can't. There's no facts into anything I'm sharing. It's true to me, and therefore it's true.
It's your experience.
It's my experience.
Your experience, because you experienced it, makes it real.
Absolutely makes it real.
So it's real in your eyes. So you talked about San Pedro, and what is San Pedro?
San Pedro is a cactus. It's basically something from it. So it's derived from the cactus. San Pedro is a cactus, and medicine is derived from the cactus itself. And it's basically the indigenous medicine, if you want to call them shamans. So, I believe anybody that calls themselves a shaman probably should check the ego in at the door. We're all shamans at some level. We're all healers at some level. We all sing, and I'm getting away from what you're asking me, but we all sing. We're all singers. It's just have we practiced to develop good singing, right? Being a good singer, just singing in the shower. Right? We're all healers. We develop practice. We become good at being a healer. So we're all shamans. Back to you're asking. San Pedro is what they consider heart medicine, where you really tap into your own emotions, your own feelings, about connecting to yourself and connecting to Earth, connecting to others, connecting to mostly Earth, but that's me saying it. That's not necessarily what somebody else might say. It's heart medicine, whereas ayahuasca is spirit medicine, where you tap into the other realms of dimensions and existence, which are there. We're just not conscious of them.
So ayahuasca is like a beverage, right? And they take it with the shaman. And so it takes you to like a death experience to people, or Are you ayahuasca?
Lord. No. And I don't want to. I don't even know. I tend to stop sharing this because it scares people. This work that I do, medicine, is work. It's not play. You don't go in there and just think you're gonna have a good time. This is deep inner work, which is also outer work because it's the same thing. This is deep healing. And the healing is about letting go. So you asked me about near death. I've experienced both sides of this. I've experienced utterly euphoria bliss that words cannot describe. There's nothing that I could say to have someone in your audience or someone or anyone get it the way that I experienced bliss. And furthermore, just on the other side, I've gone to, as far as I know, my darkest depths, and I've experienced death. And I don't like to share that because people get scared from it. You don't have to. It meant that grandmother, which is known as the ayahuasca, is considered grandmother. San Pedro's grandfather. Grandmother will only take you where you're willing to go. Apparently, I was willing to experience the other side. And I've experienced it. There is no doubt in my mind, my heart, my soul, where I went. And I can assure you, what I experienced on the other side is absolute bliss. There is nothing I fear about that. The dying is the tragedy. Death is bliss.
Wow, that is amazing stuff, James. So you experience bliss. So you can't really just take these things with anywhere, right? You need to be with people that know what to do with the shamans, you said. So what instruction can you give to someone that's actually curious about ayahuasca, San Pedro, and what advice about it?
If anybody's out there questioning whether they should use some of this type of work, I would say first and foremost, it's so I call them facilitators. I call them shamans, again, because we're all shamans. But you find word of mouth. It's like you don't go to any doctor. If you do, you test them out. You find a doctor you trust, and it's about trust. So you start just putting it out there. If someone is interested, you start just put it out there in thought, and watch how somebody show up in conversation. You really want to trust who you're working with. It's not fun games. It's well worth it. Whether I've been through bliss or the other side, at the end of the day, it's beautiful. Every ceremony I've been into, the next morning was pure beauty, and it was worth everything I've gone through. I've let go of so much of my own traumas and healings and so forth that there was really nothing to heal. That's what another thing I got from it. There's nothing to heal. It's just in my mind. The stories that I make in my mind that creates the wrongs of the judgments of it all. Life is just an experience. We create what's wrong and what's right. Back to, I just want to make sure. So really, it's not fun and games. You don't just go take this on your own. You don't just find someone and do it yourself. You really want to sit with somebody that has experience and knows, understands the medicine and what it does for people and what it can happen. You gotta trust who you're sitting with. It's not fun. I don't want to keep saying it's not fun. It's work. It's work. It can be fun. It's amazingly it's awesome and the beauty thing is to let go. That's the biggest thing, is to let go.
So these are very, powerful medicines that seem like they have like a very extraordinary result. Would you agree with that, James?
I agree with that 100%. It's not just from my experience. I've watched people come in with huge traumas from childhood traumas. We're talking rape and abuse and physical abuse, sexual abuse, and just that they carried all their life. And in just a few short ceremonies, if you will, experiences, they've been able to let go of it. I mean, I, for one, have been able to shift my thinking and my way of being from this work. I know it's transformational work. It's not intellectual work. It's at the cellular level. It works at other areas that we're not. Look, our minds, what they say, 10%, right? 90% of our mind, we understand what's happening. We're just we are running our life unconsciously. 90% of our life is unconscious. The medicines tap into that and gives us a glimpse of it and or just shifts it by itself. We don't have to sometimes you don't have to know what happened. Just know that there's something different. It's powerful work.
That is amazing. I'm very, very impressed, James. I really do appreciate you coming here. It's kind of difficult. It's a little late, but James is very patient. He's doing the work that he does. So, James, if you want to say some last words to close out, everybody?
So just wish everybody a happy New Year, happy holidays, and pleasant journeys wherever your life takes you. And it's really just allow oneself to just have an experience and learn patience. Patience is, as Marty shared, I'm very patient, and we're actually joking about the technical difficulties. Patience is key. Patience is so important, especially nowadays. We're running around in traffic and during the holidays, and people were getting angry and all this stuff. It's like, take a breath. Take a breath. Anytime you start to feel the angst, or the anxiety, or I gotta get this done, or something's in your way, or somebody's in your way, or just remember to breathe. I call it conscious breathing. Like I breathe, right? If I don't, I'll pass out. Yet, when I'm in that state, it's like breathe. Remember to breathe. And think about it. So that brings you back to the moment. Because breath is our life. Without it, we don't live. So if you're thinking about your breath, you're thinking about your life. And this is key. Just breathe and be patient, have fun. Enjoy life. That's what we're here for. And when you love your traumas, it all turns back love. So love yourself, all of it, every bit of it. Even your traumas, anything it takes work, but just love all part of you and everything got you here as an experience.